All right, so the coin we are covering today is Harmony, or the One token, which is a very promising low cap layer one project. And yes, we do still think layer one season is still here and in full force, even after what we've seen the last couple weeks. Is pretty much all we focus on lately, finding those under the radar or undervalued L1s before they completely blast off and just rip everybody's faces off. We covered Solana 5 months ago when that thing was at 27.61. That's when we started covering Sol. We covered Algorand when it was hovering around 70 and 80 cents. And we're hoping Harmony One might be headed in that same direction in the coming months. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, have no idea what I'm talking about. You do your own research, et cetera, et cetera. But if you aren't familiar with Harmony, it was created by Stephen Say, who is a brilliant developer who worked at Google, Microsoft, Apple, before launching Harmony. And he initially raised $18 million for Harmony from VCs in Silicon Valley, where Harmony is located, picking up rounds from DAC, Hashkey, Consensus, AU21, all the big boys in the space. And essentially his vision for Harmony was to set out to build a protocol very much based on Ethereum, but definitely from the ground up, not using anyone else's code, not a copy and paste situation like you see so much in the space, but starting from a place of, if you were Vitalik and got a chance to remake Ethereum, knowing everything he and the ecosystem has learned from Ethereum's strengths and their weaknesses, their failures and their wins, how would you do that? How would you set out to do that? And, essentially building an ETH competitor who starts at Ethereum 2.0 after the move to proof of stake, with better inflation schedules, arguably better tokenomics, a system that doesn't penalize your validators for downtime. The list goes on. And speaking of validators, one of their main goals for the next 6 months is to continue to build out their validator network. That has been one thing that has been holding them back from getting listed, on the big exchanges like a Coinbase or a Kraken, which is what's really needed for that big mega catalyst up. Right now, one is only listed on Binance, KuCoin, and Huobi, and the decentralization aspect is the only kind of major knock against them. But it's still early days, and with that being such a hyper focus for their team, I would bet anything they will get to a sufficient level that will make a Coinbase comfortable here pretty soon, or a sufficient level of decentralization, that is. And then probably after that, we'll completely blast off like we see, with a lot of Coinbase listings and even Kraken listings lately. But another short-term catalyst for them, even if that doesn't happen in the next few months, is their ever-growing DaVinci NFT platform that has just launched. It now has over 1 million in NFTs sold this soon after its launch, with 3,000 plus artists already onboarded. And Harmony just announced a huge $300 million grant, bounty, and DAO program designed to bring on 100 DAOs, 500 new project launches, 10 hackathons, and more. And the DAO aspect is very interesting, since a lot of big smart VCs are starting to predict the DAO wave and narrative could be the next major catalyst for the entire crypto market up either later this cycle or early next cycle. I personally still think we're in a super cycle, that is different than anything we've seen before. Although I'm not about to say the dreaded words, "This time is different." But anyway, yeah, Harmony kind of in that undervalued place right now where we like to see them. They're at $1.4 billion in market cap, just inside the Coin Market Cap 100 at number 73. They're sitting at 13 cents today, just up a little bit. But a very early project. So obviously do your research. These are always kind of sometimes dart throws, and very they come out looking very promising, have some great backers behind them, great team. But you never know. You never know what could happen. But I think the traction they got and the potential could be huge. At that $1.4 billion market cap, a 9x from here would be 12.2 billion, which is like where a Terra is. So if you can see Harmony getting to a Terra, or where they are currently, hard to compare those two projects, but that's a 9x from here. Solana, hard to see them getting to a $43.4 billion market cap where Solana is, but if you can see them doing that, then that's a 31x, which probably very unrealistic. But even like an Algorand, if you can see Harmony getting to like an Algorand, that'd be like a 7x from here at algos at like just a little over 10 billion. But those are some kind of like comparisons for the market caps and where they have to go from here. But yeah, very promising project. Let me know if you guys are holding Harmony. I think the Coinbase listing and just getting, at least in their eyes, a little more decentralized is will be a huge thing for them, for Coinbase and the Krakens and the other exchanges. But we still see this layer one war, these layer one wars continuing to play out in the next couple months and probably in the months and years to come. But again, yeah, let us know what you guys are thinking of one Harmony, where you think what your price predictions are from here. I think it certainly could, 2 to 3x before the end of the year with some really good news and some really good catalysts and tractions, maybe a big exchange listing. But who knows? But anyway, yeah, if you guys are listening on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe if you could. Leave a comment. That helps with all the algorithms and yada with Google. And if you're listening on Spotify and Apple or iTunes, please leave a review if you could. That also helps. And yeah, and if you guys want to check out BlockFi, use that link down below to get up to $250 worth of free Bitcoin when you sign up. And yeah, we love BlockFi. Just stack those Satoshis, get 8% on your USD. Put your Ethereum in there, get 5%, I think it is. But anyway, I'll stop ranting and be back tomorrow with another coin analysis for you. Bye bye.